We aren't even a full day into free agency yet, and the New York Jets offensive line is looking like potentially one of the best in the NFL, at least in the future. Maybe now, who knows? But right now, I mean, they signed Laken Tomlinson to a big-time deal, 3 years, over, and I think here's the thing about the deal is I think that we all kind of knew that they were going to be in a position where they wanted to add a guy like him, but what was it? 3 years, $40 million, $27 million in guarantees. So you know what? I love it. $9 million a year at the very least. We knew he was going to be a top paid guard. We knew he was going to be one of those guys that was going to get a chunk of change. We just didn't know how much, especially being 30 years old. We just didn't know. But overall, now that this offensive line is coming together, you're excited for a guy like Zach Wilson. They even are getting him weapons. I believe they just signed CJ Uzomah as well to kind of keep you guys a little bit updated. And I think there's they also signed another receiver. Was it Christian Kirk? No, I think that was the Jags. We're going to come out with all the signings later. But right now, we're talking about the Jets offensive line. And, man, if you're a guy like Zach Wilson, you cannot be more excited about this offensive line. Let's take a look at it right here. Here, let me just get mine. There we go. So you take a look at it. Mekhi Becton starting at left tackle for you. Played 48 snaps last year. Injured, we know. He'll be back. 67.3 PFF grade last year. Elijah Vera-Tucker, the former first-round draft pick out of USC, had a 66.8 PFF grade. Connor McGovern, one more year left on his contract, a 75.9 PFF grade. Laken Tomlinson coming over from the 49ers, had a 75.9 PFF grade. They also had Moses last year at right tackle, but obviously they've moved on from him, and he's going to go probably to a team that is probably just looking for a short-term fix. But overall, and then obviously they've got 2 first-round picks. I believe they got a couple of seconds too. They've got a lot of draft ammunition. Probably going to select their future right tackle of the future, the future right tackle of the future. That makes a lot of sense. But they've got a lot of good draft ammo, a lot of good players, specifically at O-line there sitting there for them. So I mean, obviously they're in a great position now if they want to finish shoring up that offensive line. But again, for a guy like Zach Wilson, you really like this signing. You really like the way that the Jets are really willing to go out and make sure that they get their guys. And again, 4 out of your 5 positions are taken care of. He's going to be able to put a bed back there and just wake up, go to bed. He's going to have plenty of time, and I think that is just so integral, so huge for a young quarterback in their development, and especially a guy like Zach Wilson, who last year the protection wasn't awful, but obviously they're going to get him some more weapons. They're going to get some things kind of moving on defense as well. So you're really excited about what they continue to do and what the Jets are going to find a way in order to. But I'm sorry. I just feel like this is just such a big time. We need to take a look at this offensive line again. Like, you sit there and tell me that entire unit does not look like a Pro Bowl offensive line, because it does to me. Like, it absolutely does to me. And like I said, I'm excited. I think overall, Mekhi Becton, I think, a lot of people, from what I hear, are already writing him up when the reality of the situation is, I think he's going to be a really good left tackle for the future. I think he is going to be one of those guys that, you come in and he is going to start for the next decade. Like, I really do believe that. And like I said, they signed CJ Uzomah to a 3-year deal worth $24 million. So, like I said, I think they're getting your offensive line, which is, it's arguably your most important thing, especially for a young quarterback. They also re-signed Braxton Berrios, so they're keeping a lot of the offensive line, a lot of those, and the last year's weapons, that is, together. So you love to see that. Kind of wondering what they're going to do in terms of some of these other positions. Like we said, they also signed Tevin Coleman as well, Laken Tomlinson, like we had mentioned. So, I'm just really excited to see where they go from here. I think, again, when you take a look at their offensive line and a lot of their things around this team, it really helps them out when they draft. Like we said, they've got a lot of draft ammo moving forward. And I think Zach Wilson, I think this is going to do a lot for his development. I think he's going to have time. And now if he cannot find receivers, if he cannot get the job done, protection isn't an excuse anymore. Like, this is one of the best offensive lines in the league right now, or at least in the conversation. It's at least a top 15 unit, like at the very least, as it stands on paper. So, if they can get him to play up to that level, it'll help Zach Wilson, it'll help out the running game, and it will help out this team moving forward. And I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited. But let us know what you guys think about the New York Jets offensive line coming together, signing Laken Tomlinson today, a big-time deal. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so make sure you guys give us a like and a follow there. We'd greatly appreciate it. Also, Remember, you guys, please remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the New York Jets offensive line coming together.